Welcome back to another Film Geek movie review. In just a moment, I am going to walk my happy butt over to the futon to check out the VEEPS original, Nora. Nora is written, directed, starring, and produced by Anna Campbell. Now that is DIY if you ask me. It tells the story of a woman who is a musician who decides that life on the road isn't just working out the way she wants it to, so she decides to go back to her hometown of Portland, Oregon to try to raise her daughter. But wouldn't you know it, that love of music just won't stop and she starts to feel herself called back out to performing. This sounds like it's going to be a fun little dramatic comedy, and I am very honored to be given the opportunity to check this movie out, because VEEPS is not a monthly subscription service that does normally play narrative films. They're mostly just live performances of your favorite musicians, so I am absolutely honored to be given the opportunity to review their first feature-length film. So you know what, guys, it's enough of me sitting here jibber-jabbering on. As always, my faithful movie companion, Haku, is waiting for me over at the futon. So it's enough of the jibber-jabber. It's time for me to get over to the futon and check out Nora! Just getting done watching Nora, and guys, I really enjoyed this movie. This film really surprised me. There were some elements in this I was not expecting going into it, and I really enjoyed the way this movie was presented. This film is not just a dramedy, but it's almost arguably a musical, and I'll get into it a lot more once I get further into this. Now, normally I do negatives and positives, but I really don't have anything negative to say about this film, but I will say, not in a negative fashion, but if you're a person who doesn't really like very intimate, small films with a heavy on the story, low on the action, this is not a horror movie, and yes, it does have comedy, it does say that it's a dramedy, but really this is more of a slice of life story that is just going into this woman and what she's doing in the situations she is in her life right now. She's in this point of, I guess you could say, moving on, not necessarily, but it's definitely coming to another chapter in her life, and so she's faced with a lot of choices and all, and where she wants to proceed and move forward with things. And so the film itself might not be really heavy in the action department. It really does deliver in the story, the acting, and the music. Normally with these independent films, one of the things is the music, because of course budget restraints and all. I understand trying to find someone to write a sound or write soundtracks and write songs and all for movies. It is difficult, and what was really cool about this movie was not only the fact that it was a really well done dramedy, it's also almost a musical. There are parts in the film that I really enjoyed, and they were almost music videos basically. And what I liked about them was they used these music videos in order to kind of explain to you Nora's inner emotions, rather than doing the good old boring, thoughts inside my head monologue kind of thing. The film decides to go into musical numbers. And I don't mean musical numbers, I mean music videos, like something you would see on MTV, back when MTV used to show music videos. I think now it's pretty much just exclusive on YouTube. But that's what the film likes to do. When Nora goes into these moments of, I guess you could say, daydreaming, self-reflection, she has a music video that kind of takes place in it. And it's very well done, extremely good production value when they go into these sequences. Some of the sequences are partially animated, some of them are fully animated, but one of the things that stood out to me that I really enjoyed in the music was it seemed like each one of the songs kind of paid tribute to either a different genre of music or a different musician, a different female artist that may have performed that genre. Like, for instance, let me give you an example. One of the songs in the movie, in my opinion, had a very country Reba McEntire kind of sound to it. Then later on in the film, there's another song that has a very, well, as it was put back in the day when I was younger, back in the 90s, it was called Angry Woman Rock, and it had a very Alanis Morissette and another artist you don't hear about too awful much, Poe, had a lot of that. PJ Harvey, that's another good one too. So that song had that kind of a vibe, and I really enjoyed the way they did that. And I also think that there was also maybe a little bit of a Kate Bush shout out, not 100% on that. These are all opinion based, just what I took from the film. But I got a lot of enjoyment out of that. There's also an animated sequence that's fully animated, that's influenced by the Archies, that I thought was a lot of fun. The music videos brought a very uniqueness to a heavy dialogue drama type film, and which also helps it set it aside from a lot of its competitors in films like this. Now that this movie's being released on a site that mostly focuses on music, I would have to say that it's a music lover's movie. If you're someone who really enjoys music and you like the celebration of music, this is definitely a film that you would really enjoy. But if you are also a fan of just a good old-fashioned story and a well-acted film, you also are going to have some fun here. So let's talk about the acting a little bit. Now, Anna Campbell does a lot of heavy lifting for this film. She is the director, she is the writer, she's the producer, and the star. She plays Nora, and she does an outstanding job. She is the main focus of this film, and I can definitely tell that she put a lot of herself into this movie. This is a very personal and intimate tale, and I really enjoyed watching it. And basically Anna opening up to us, the audience, on her internal feelings and things of the industry and so on. So I didn't really know much about Anna. I looked her up, and she is, okay, so there's a term for dudes, right? It's called the guy in that thing. The working actor that you see in almost every TV show. You're like, oh, I know that guy. Oh, he was on NCIS. Oh, wait, maybe he was Law and Order. Those type of people. So I guess Anna would be considered a gal that was in that thing. She has a very long list of TV shows and movies that she's had small roles in. And this is I don't know if this is necessarily her first time really taking over as the lead actor, but it does look like it was her first time directing, writing, and all of this. Outstanding job. This was an extremely well-made movie. A lot of great production value went into this film. There's some really good cinematography in this movie, some great usage of handheld cam, some good shots, great intimate moments. There's some really cool areas where you kind of feel like you're there with the characters as all of this is going on. Just such a really great high production value film for a independent film like this. I really enjoyed it. I thought this was going to be, honestly, a lot different going into it. I was not expecting those music videos, and I have to say that they were something that really, really made me enjoy this film. So if you're somebody that doesn't just love music, but also loves film, this is definitely a movie that you're going to enjoy, because it really gets into the inner workings and the thoughts of the artists, and sometimes the tough choices that they have to make in life. And it also shows you that sometimes these people that we see up on stage on a regular basis, they're not as, super duper rich as we like to think they are. They're just very talented people. So okay guys, if you are a subscriber to the channel VEEPS, I'm sorry, then I actually say definitely check this one out. Maybe if you're not a subscriber, if you want to support this film, check out VEEPS, see if they have that free subscription for the service and all. Definitely watch this movie when you have the chance, and then check out all the other live performances that they have to offer. I have yet to really check out the streaming service myself. I am a big fan of live music, so I might actually check this one out. I don't know yet, we'll see, but I definitely say check out this movie, give it a shot if you have the opportunity. So okay guys, that's all I have for you today. Thanks again for checking out the Film Geek. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up so I know you like what you're seeing. And if there's one more thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.